Well, I think that a lot of people tend to take away from an important diplomatic gathering from this are the subtleties, not just what was said publicly, but what wasn't said. Well, the one clear thing that people can understand, can embrace, is the fact this was a very important step in building a bridge between the United States and China. In more than one way, the leaders of the world's two largest economies found common ground in southern Florida. Chinese President Xi Jinping saying 7+ hours of talks over 2 days brought China and the United States closer together.
My delegation has been warmly received and welcomed by President Trump, and he has done a very good job with all of the arrangements.
It certainly didn't hurt to have Trump's granddaughter, Arabella, sing softly in Mandarin to President Xi and Madame Peng Liyuan. Proud mother Ivanka and her husband Jared Kushner, a close aide to President Trump, put the video on social media. But the real scene stealer was the fact the two presidents meshed so well. China's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Wang Yi, says the discussion set a constructive tone for China-U.S. relations. 2 days of productive talks, and moving forward, high-level staff members from both nations will work together, focusing on diplomatic measures, security issues, and enhanced economic dialogue. The progress had U.S. host Donald Trump beaming.
We look forward to being together many times in the future, and I believe lots of very potentially bad problems will be going away.
As presidential candidate, Donald Trump railed against China for what he labeled unfair trade and vowed to chip away at the massive trade deficit. Among productive steps and goals the two sides are agreeing to, find a way to deepen cooperation and investment, as well as work to manage trade friction to benefit both nations. President Xi says there are 1,000 reasons for the two nations to work together, and there are a host of Chinese positions to which Xi is committed, including continued work toward the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, absolute support of the One China policy, as well as reaffirming China's stance on the South China Sea. Well, the sun set here just a short while ago, and to really the surprise of no one, Donald Trump spent a great deal of his Saturday out on the golf course. But before that, he did send out a few tweets. He was talking about the progress that both China and the United States made in terms of forging more goodwill and a strong friendship. However, in terms of specific trade progress, Trump said only time will tell. Susan?
And so, Sean, it was on to Alaska for President Xi Jinping after that. What was accomplished there?
That was interesting. It wasn't an unexpected stop in terms of refueling, but President Xi, his wife, and the contingent got out. They actually met Alaska Governor and talked about the trade that could involve Alaska as well as China. The governor's been very interested in liquid natural gas moving into Asia. And of course, the Arctic extremely important to China, not just in economic terms, but also because of the environment. It is warming up quicker than any other place on Earth, and China is committed to controlling climate change. But they did get out and get a little sightseeing as well. They went to an area called Turnagain Arm, which has a tremendous disparity between the high and low tide. And while out there, they were able to take in the wonderful Chugach Mountains. So it was a nice stop for the China contingent before heading back to Beijing. Susan?